We all face rejection. There are different type of rejection. Like some people face rejection at the college level, some people fail rejection at the career level, some people fail or some people get rejected in the relationships. But the biggest problem is no one taught us how to deal with the rejection. Hey guys, Mehronak and welcome back to the another episode. Today we are going to talk about how to deal with the rejection and have a great life, or how to enjoy life after dealing with the rejection. We all face rejection. I mean, rejection is a part of life. We have to understand that. Some people face rejection in the early stage, some people face rejection in the later stage. If you are one of my earlier subscriber, then you know that how I faced a rejection in my career, how I faced a rejection in my marketing, or how I faced a rejection while switching the career. So if you are one of the content creator, or if you are in the creator business, then you are going to face definitely rejection. And if you do not face rejection, then it's a kind of, you are playing very safe game. It's very simple. अगर आप रिजेक्शन कभी आता ही नहीं है आपको, then you are in a very very comfort zone, जहाँ पे आपने कभी रिजेक्शन देखा ही नहीं और आपको रिजेक्शन क्या है पता ही नहीं. So if you don't want to be that, so you have to be prepared for the rejection. Recently I finished this book, Spring, and I realized that this is a very important topic to talk about, because we all face rejection, and if you become like a spring, then we can definitely have a control over the rejection. There are different types of rejection, but today if we divide the rejection into three types, then it will be like, first one is anticipating rejection. If we divide the rejection into three parts, then it will be broadly described into three things. That first one is anticipating rejection, second one is processing rejection, and third one is learning from rejection. So today we are going to talk about all these three types of broadly classified part, where we are going from the facing rejection to the learning from the rejection. Let's talk about the anticipating rejection or the facing the rejection, which is the first and very important part of your life or anyone's life. Because I remember that if अगर मैंने last year anticipating rejection नहीं किया होता, तो आज जो भी है वो कुछ भी नहीं होता. You guys know that I am a mechanical engineer, and I got placed in the MNC from the college, and then after 1 week I quit my job because I faced rejection there. I faced a lot of rejection. I was in depression for the 2 months, and at that time I realized that okay, I have to do something for it. I have to work on it, otherwise my life will get screwed. And after that period I realized that how to understand the rejection, what are the things happen in the rejection, and how you can get control over the rejection. So first thing, try to anticipate the rejection. It's very very important to anticipate or face the rejection. जो भी rejection है, whether it is your relationship, career, work environment, you have to face it. Anyhow, otherwise it will become an invisible door in front of you. अगर आप वो door कभी पार ही नहीं करोगे, then you will never get to see the different kinds of opportunities after that. When I left my job, then I realized that I did nothing for the 2 months. I was sitting at the home doing nothing, just sleeping day and night, just because I was in depression. But in that 2 months, I realized that I have to do something for it. Then and then only I can get myself at the better position. So first you have to understand that it's really important to anticipate the rejection. Otherwise you will be in the same place for the longer time, whether it is your relationship, whether it is your career, whether it is your work, or whether it is family. Try to anticipate rejection. Try to understand what is actually rejection. Rejection कहाँ पर भी आ सकता है, but you have to be ready in your back of the mind. The problem is no one taught us how to deal with this such kind of situation. So you have to be ready to understand that rejection तो आने ही आने वाला है. You have to be ready for it. कहाँ से आएगा, कैसे आएगा, किसी को पता नहीं, but जब भी आएगा you have to be ready for it. Second thing in anticipating rejection is understanding that rejection is a very small part of life. Your life start at the age of 20 or 21, जहाँ से आप graduate होते हो, and after that you will face a lot of rejection rather than first 20 years. First 20 years में you have your parents support, you have everything in your support, but after 20 or 21 you will find a lot of rejection, and you have to deal with that. But remember, rejection stays for a very small amount of time. मुझे जब rejection मिला था from mechanical job और my engineering job, that stays for only 2 months, but अगर वो मैं continue करता, so I would have done nothing. So you have to understand that it's your whole complete life, and rejection is going to be a very very small part of your life. Don't take it personally. Don't try to hold on that rejection for the longer period of time. एक अपॉर्चुनिटी खत्म हो जाती है तो बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटी आ जाती है. बट बिफोर रिजेक्शन फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेदर यू आर वर्किंग इन द राइट एनवायरनमेंट, वेदर यू आर वर्किंग इन द राइट कंडीशन. अगर आप ही गलत, मतलब आपको कुछ अलग ही करना है और आप अगर आपको इंजीनियर बनना है लेकिन आप मेडिकल फील्ड में हो तो ऑब्वियसली आप बहुत सारे रिजेक्शन आएंगे और उन सब की रिजेक्शन आपको फेस करने पड़े. द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज डोंट टेक इट पर्सनली, विच इज रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. कभी भी रिजेक्शन आता है तो यू हैव टू डिस्टेंस योर सेल्फ फ्रॉम द रिजेक्शन, बिकॉज रिजेक्शन इज वन थिंग एंड हियर you are. You got rejected for your idea or for your job or for your whatever you did for that. You are not get rejected. Your idea or whatever you did that got rejected. So you have to understand that do not take any rejection personally. Your value, your life is much more important than your rejection. The next step or the second step of the rejection is learning from the rejection or the processing the rejection, which is most important thing after anticipating the rejection, because anticipating rejection is easy. आपको पता है कि okay ये rejection हुआ है, but how to process that rejection, how to deal with that rejection is really really important. There is a quote in this book that anticipating rejection is tough, then learning from rejection or the processing rejection is the toughest skill. And you have to understand that processing rejections takes a lot of time. Processing rejection takes a lot of things to do in your life. It's not that easy as you think, because I know that what happened in that 2 year, how I was dealing with a lot of thoughts, how I was dealing with the depression. उस टाइम पे सारे मेरे फ्रेंड्स सबके जॉब वगैरह लग चुके थे, सब लोग अच्छे से एंजॉय कर रहे थे. आई वॉज लाइक सिटिंग एट द होम, कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा था. So at that point of time I realized that I have to process this rejection. And how to process this rejection? First step is find someone who love or find someone who can help you in this situation. Like it's easy to find a mentor. अगर आपके फैमिली में आप किसी से क्लोज हो कि जिसको आपके करियर के बारे में आइडिया है, या किसी को आपके नॉलेज के बारे में आइडिया है कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो यार, आपको क्या करना है, देन इट्स बेटर टू टॉक टू देम एंड अंडरस्टैंड एंड इलैबोरेट सिचुएशन टू देम सो दे कैन गिव यू अ क्लियर गाइडेंस. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स योर डिसीजन to go for that mentor or not. But I will suggest you to go for that mentor, because when I was there I talked to my uncle, I used to talk to my another cousin. So after that I realized that what I wanted to do, what I'm really passionate about, and I started working on that. So this is how you can process the rejection. But believe me, processing rejection is really hard. If it's from the relationship background, if you get rejected in the relationship, then it's really really hard. I have no idea about it, but I have seen a lot of friends going to the hell lot of depression after going in the relationship rejection. So it's better to understand that it's your life, and first you have to settle yourself to the next level. Then even if there is a lot of rejection, that will not matter in a longer time. So understand that it's your life and it's really really important. Now it's time to understand that everyone gets rejected. It's not that you are the only one who is going to get rejected, but everyone in the world gets rejected. Talk about the J.K. Rowling, talk about Amish Tripathi. Even if you don't know that Amish Tripathi also got rejected when he started writing the Shiva trilogy. You can read about the article about Amish Tripathi. Even talking about the J.K. Rowling also rejected a lot of times. So you have to understand that every single person gets rejected, but what matters is what you do when you get rejected. Whether you sit at home and do nothing, or whether you go up and do something creative. And if you are from the creative background, then you are going to face a definitely rejection, because it's your part of life. Either there are chances that someone higher authority will reject your idea, or someone higher person will reject your idea because they have that power. So you have to understand at your level that you have to build your inner spring to manage that rejection, to handle that rejection. The last phase is learning from the rejection. Something beautifully I learned from the Robert Smith, जिसने कहा है कि there are 5 steps that why you should seek rejection, or why rejection is really important in your life. He talk about 5 things that can get you idea about what things happen after the rejection, or how you can change after the rejection. The first thing he says that make you fearless. I know that this is really important thing. एक बार आप rejection face कर ले तो then you become really really fearless. Take the example of the cycling days. When in the childhood, when you started riding the cycling, or when you started doing the cycling, then एक बार गिर जाने के बाद second time गिरने के लिए कभी डर नहीं लगता था. So when you get rejected, you have a better idea how a rejection feels or how it can help you to become fearless. Second thing is it makes you do something, which is really important. Take the example of the Steve Jobs. उसे जब Apple से fire कर दिया गया था, he went on crazy and he did a lot of new things. उसने second company खड़ी कर दी, उसने animation studio खड़ा कर दिया. So it makes you do a lot of things. So even if you face the rejection, do not afraid. It's just a part of your life. Third thing he says that strengthness all part of your life, whether it is your love life, whether it is your family life, whether it is your relationship, whether it is your career. You can get more power when you face एक बार rejection. एक या दो बार अगर आप rejection face कर देते हो, then you will get a lot of strength to handle any type of rejection, whether it is your family, any type of rejection you can handle really well. And I can sense that right now because I faced a lot of rejection. I was there and I know how it feels to get rejected at the college level, how it feels to get rejected at the career level and shifting to the differently new career. So I know how it happens. So even if you face the rejection, do not afraid. It gives a lot of power to understand next rejection in better way. The fourth thing it says makes you motivated. Obviously after the rejection, the some part of your life you get into the depression or still you process the rejection. You are in the phase that कुछ भी नहीं होगा, मेरे से कुछ नहीं होगा, this kind of phases you have. But once you go that phase, then it makes you a lot of motivation. It gives you a lot of motivation to do a lot of things. अगर लास्ट ईयर मैंने अपना इंस्टाग्राम शुरू नहीं किया होता, देन आई वुड हैव डन नथिंग. अगर लास्ट ईयर मैंने अपना पॉडकास्ट शुरू नहीं किया होता, देन आई वुड हैव डन नथिंग. ये सब कुछ वही हुआ बिकॉज आई फेस्ड रिजेक्शन इन माई करियर एट द मैकेनिकल लेवल एंड आई रियलाइज दैट एनी हाउ आई वॉन्ट टू मेक मनी, एनी हाउ आई वॉन्ट टू stand out in the crowd. So I started doing all this stuff. The fifth thing Robert says is leads to more meaningful life. एक बार rejection आने के बाद you get idea that what is actually rejection and how you can deal with the rejection. So you start valuing your life more and more. आज अपनी लाइफ को मैं वैल्यू मोर करता हूँ. आई यूजुअली टेक ब्रेक्स, आई वॉच मूवीज एंड आई डोंट टेक एनीथिंग पर्सनली बिकॉज आई नो दिस इज जस्ट गोइंग टू हैपन. एनी हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन. आई जस्ट हैव टू कीप माई माइंड वेरी calm and I have to work on my stuff or whatever I love. So this is going to happen when you face rejection. If you do not face rejection, then you are only in your comfort zone. So try to face rejection. Even if you get rejection, be ready for that. If you are ready to, if you have a sure shot rejection, then that's absolutely great to have, because एक बार rejection आने के बाद you will get to know how the life is important, and how you can work on your life. So these are the three steps where you can work on the rejection. First one is anticipating rejection, where you have to understand what is actually rejection. The second one is processing rejection, which is a little bit tough, but you have to do it. Seek for the mentor, read books, seek mentors, talk to the people, how we deal with that. There are few people message to me on the Instagram when they are dealing with such kind of situation, and I help them a lot. So if you have any kind of thing, then make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you have any query, then make sure you post in the DM for the Instagram. And the next thing is learning from the rejection. So when you face the rejection, there are few things happens that gives you a meaning to the life. So that's the reason the rejection is really important. And if you want to receive weekly newsletter about what are the rejection, what are the blogs I read, what are the books I read, there is a link in the description about the newsletter where you will get the newsletter every Sunday from me. Make sure you like this video and comment down what type of rejection have you faced in your life and how you deal with that, or what are the common type of rejection you face in your life and you want me to make video on that. And that's all for today's video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, tata, take care.